T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Welcome to another Chill Review. This time it's Mastermind Creations Reformatted Optus Pexus, who is number 48 in their ongoing line, Super Cop. And he's basically an IDW Orion Pax, like when Optimus Prime went back to being Orion Pax after they left Earth, or after he left Earth. Inside of the box, you get a comic book and a collector's card. You can see that when you get it. Here he is. He is a sixth wheel Cybertronian vehicle, or just something for his body to become besides for traversal and whatnot. It rolls well. As you can see, all the wheels are spinning, which is great. Almost, this one is lifted. His body might be twisted, but yeah. He has these two guns right there. It also came with these two guns. They connect kind of tricky. Kind of gotta get one side in, and you do that. But you have two options. This slot right here, you can port that onto this. In my experience, it is not a tight grip. It's just lightly sitting there, to be honest. I mean, they're there, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take much effort to knock that off. And you can also plug these into there if you want. I hear not all of them are supposed to come with 4 guns, but guess I got lucky. Oh yeah, I bought this off of Joe from Figure Action. He ordered 2. He ordered 1 from one place, and he got 1 from Nate's Toys and Collectibles. So this came from Nate's Toys and Collectibles. You also have these side guns, which are optional. They can come off if you like. And this is a piece of the matrix, or the handle of the matrix. You can grab here to see the ball part of the matrix. Right there, they did that so it can be easy to come out. But it sucks that it kind of feels like it was an afterthought. They just forced him to have the matrix because it's Optimus. And you have to put the handles right there. So that kind of sucks. As far as a size comparison, here he is next to a deluxe class figure. So I guess this technically, if Hasbro released this, which they wouldn't, this would be a leader class. This thing has so many points of articulation. I think if Hasbro released this, it would definitely be a commander class, even though it's like way smaller than commander class. I love starting in alt mode. Here's this if you wanted to see that. But transformation. Gonna take the guns off right there. They just plug onto these 2 things right there. We can, back here, I guess since these get in the way, we can take these off. Also, these handles will more than likely fall off. So there's that. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop the matrix out. Come on. And the matrix, basically, put the handle there and the handle there. And now it's a full matrix. Okay. Now let's shut this right there and close this. Kind of got to push at the top to make that lock. But down here, we can separate that. Kind of get that off of here. And we can go ahead and shift that, split the legs, and shift this top part. Come on. Shift the top part forward, something like that, so we can get more at the legs. But before we forget anything, slide this down here, slide that down there. Might as well go ahead and rotate that. The feet are right here. Plop that kind of out of there while we're elongating the legs. I'm gonna push on this. There we go. Elongate the leg. And this is a weird thing right here. You gotta push this right here, line that up with one side, kind of accordion these joints right here so we can line that up and then press it into the leg. Bring the foot back like this. These joints are really tight, pretty much all over his body. But do that. I'm going to push that in to get that started. Lift the leg out. Go ahead, get this into that groove on both sides. Press that in and rock the foot back. Now up here, we need to detach this. Bring that down. Let's lift this up. Detach this, bring that down, kind of rock things like this. Kind of keep it out of the way for now. But basically, slide these forward, slide that forward, take this off of this, take that off of that. And right here, we can lift this out the way and bring that up. Start rocking the head forward. Pull it up till this panel comes up. Take this thing, put it like that. Bring it down there. Rock that down. Bring this up right here. Put that down. Rotate this up. Am I doing this right? There is... Oh wait, let me not bring this down yet. Rock this up to... This is in the way. Basically what I'm trying to do is these round things right here need to fit into there. So bring that until it meets up with that. Now we can bring this down and you can go ahead and shove his waist down. Make sure that's not in the way, but bring that down. Now the arms. The arms basically come out of here and you're good to go. Bring that down. Before you get it all the way 90 degrees, turn it that way. You can rotate his hand how you see fit and bring that down how you see fit. Bring this down, and like I said, these joints are tight, and basically he is done. He's a robot, but optionally, and I like this, we can take whichever guns you see fit. These hips move, line up right. Come on, there we go. I'm gonna take the ray guns. There's a little slot right there. They can fit on top of this on both sides. And now that is a complete look right there. There is one final step that the anal person in the audience is dying about. I did not rotate these things right here. So there you are. You happy? You happy? You're like, T-Man, you didn't sweat the thing. And there you go. You could also, while I was adding those guns, add these, because I believe this is a part of his overall look. He looks great. The only thing that takes some, well, it's two things that takes some getting used to. Number one, he doesn't have the typical Optimus Prime double window chest. He has this thing in the middle, but we've seen that change with his Cybertronian folks. So that's not anything new. He still sort of kind of has smokestacks right here, which is cool. And he has the silver horns right there. That's typically a Beast Wars type thing. Here's the face. I like it. This thing I counted has like 84 points of articulation. It is super crazy. Whatever you can think of, he can do it. Because he has like freaking 5 or 6 points in the abdomen alone. And when I counted those, I wasn't including these 2 points of articulation. I wasn't including this, and I wasn't including these things right here that rock the guns forward. They can go back like that too. But I'll keep it like this. But let's show you some of his functions, like the gun. Separate that. We can pull the barrel out, and we can pull the handle out right there. So now he has 2 ion cannons. Isn't that nice? The hands have a little peg right there in the palm. You just slide it. Well, you got to put the fingers around that way to make sure they're under the correct way. Just put it there, peg it, and he grips it nice and holds it nice. It doesn't fall off, which is always great. I typically only oppose them with 1 gun, but you can't have the 2 guns. Opening the chest for the Matrix, why I don't like that is these get in the way. So basically, you have to like rotate the arms back and then kind of like shift these back some. Actually, I'm also going to have to lift that up, but shift these back. Then you should be able to have access to this. And yes, his articulation does allow him to grab his own chest. Pretty sure there are pictures online. So yeah. But unfortunately, you have to detach this. You can put these on his hips, but I don't do that because it messes up the look. Bring that out. And then the side that has the 2 holes on this side need to go down, face down. Well, basically here he is in robot mode with that matrix showing. Yay, him. Basically, get one side in there, get the other side, pull these back out, shove the chest back down, and now we can get the arms back down. And did I knock something out of whack back here? I think I did. There we go. Let's get into this articulation. It's kind of nuts. The head is on like basically 3 joints. It's on the ball joint, so you can get all this. You can look up, look down. If you're not careful like I am, there is no pin. So basically I need to slide this back into the neck groove, which is easier said than done because oh boy, this little panel likes to come down. But basically, if that happens to you, you need to just hold something, keeping the panel up, and slide it back on. But the neck joint moves, which helps for articulation. Let's get his back down. And then on top of that, this panel goes up like that. So you have all of that. The shoulders. There is a joint here, kind of a butterfly joint in this. Doesn't come forward that much, but Honestly, when you're posing them, you would almost not even notice that, but you can lift that up, and to an extent, get beyond that. To an extent, there is another joint right here, plus a swivel. There, this can move. You have a bicep swivel. There's another joint here. There are two hinges right here, and look how they fill out the detail right there with the elbow. That is freaking awesome. And let's get into the hand. Wrist rotate. They go in and out. Each individual finger has 3 separate knuckles that all bend, plus they can splay out like that in both directions. The thumb is basically like the fingers, but it has 2 knuckles and a ball joint right there. So you can get his hands basically in all types of natural poses and whatnot. That is cool to me. His torso. You have 3 joints up the top. It has a ball joint. It has a hinge and another hinge. So you can look all the way down with just that. Then down here, you have a swivel and a hinge and a secondary hinge for side to side. So, and you can elongate it. So that's 3 points right there. Boom, 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 and boom. So he can really, really do high kicks because of that. His legs can go out to the side all the way. This panel moves a little bit. This panel shifts completely out of the way. And then there's a little rotation down here to make the legs kick like a model kick or a Bandai figure. So you can kick up really high. And with the ab crunch, it is freaking awesome. You also have the thigh rotation here. The knee is only single jointed, but it caves in the back, so you can get that just like a Bandai thing again. This piston detail, this is why you connect that kneecap, so you can do that. Plus, this shin is capable of sliding up and down. And speaking of pistons, there's one in the back of the elbow. Then down here, you got ankle pivot. Got a toe joint, super stiff. Then you have 2 more joints so you can go forward, back, and another joint so it can come even more forward. So, yes, this thing is awesomely posable. Here's a hey, whoa, stop right there type of pose. We can easily shift that to a I'm about to punch the crap out of you pose. Ever so slight shift again, he's jumping out of the way. Or maybe he's even landing. I'm still using that same hand pose. He's on the ground like shooting at somebody because he fell back, or maybe he's dodging and shooting with his little arm blaster right there. Kamehameha hand charging style pose. Running while preparing to rip somebody's face off. Superhero landing / preparing to run. But you get it, he's crazy posable. Here he is next to my Galaxy Meteor. Fans Toys Coupe. Siege Leader Class Ultra Magnus. And technically Leader Class Optimus Prime right there. It was really a Voyager class. But basically he's shorter than MP44 and MP10. Plastic quality feels good. Paint where it is painted looks good. Only complaints that I have with the thing is you saw how easy it was for me to pop that head off of that little joint. So watch out for that. If you have trouble moving it forward or moving this panel forward, I would suggest turning. Actually, no, that doesn't even help it. Never mind. Just be careful with it. Other things that are aggravating is sometimes when you're pushing there, that might come loose. And the knees do not lock into place. So that can be aggravating because while you're articulating him, the joints are extremely tight, especially in the knees. So yeah, the knees, the ankles, the hip rotation, the elbow joints, a lot of the joints are crazy super tight, which is good because you want the thing to be tight for years, but it's frustrating while you're trying to move this articulation all over the place. Outside of those like nitpicky things, really, this thing is freaking perfection almost. I mean, not even almost. It's freaking action figure perfection. I love it. I can't recommend it enough. I don't know if Nate's Toys and Collectibles has anymore, but I'll put a link to his store in the description. And by the way, these transform just like these guns. They're the exact same thing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this. Until next time, P-Man978 out here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.